Michele Mazelleغ. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to share with you all this video clip and then we're going to come back and talk about it. So let's get into it.
Africa is the only way out. It's the golden and it's the holy grail for your freedom. Like, if Americans, African Americans specifically, don't see that investing in Africa changes everything for you, I mean, all the way down to generational wealth. Like, Africa's in a position where if African Americans take position now, you guys, every single African American in America would be a millionaire without even thinking twice, because there's nothing that's not needed over there. So you guys come with the discipline, you come with the knowledge, you come with the resources, and then what you've created just for developing America. Nothing can happen really in America without us.
Now, there are some African Americans who will ask, why should I invest in Africa? Why should I not invest in the black community? Why should I go to another country to invest in their country and see them building up and then not doing the same for the United States of America? And this is my answer to that. First and foremost, if you talk to any millionaire or billionaire, you will find out that their investment endeavors is not just where they're living. Millionaires and billionaires in the United States of America are not just making their millions and billions in the US. They're also investing globally in various other countries. It doesn't mean that they're living there. It means that they are investing. If you talk to anybody that's a millionaire and billionaire, they're going to have a house in some other country. They're going to have some other business ventures in some other country that is also going to be bringing them income. They're not just taking it it's not just staying in one place in the United States of America. They are going out globally. And so when someone tells you to invest in another country, it doesn't mean that you have to go there and live. It could be that you just have a business there that is functioning, that is operating, and you're able to get the income from that business, whether it be a clothing business, a restaurant, a real estate business, and you're able to take that income and you're able to then bring it to where you are and able to start accumulate that wealth so that you can pass it down to the next generation. So I think a lot of times when people hear investing in Africa, they automatically assume that you have to live there. You don't have to live there. The whole purpose is for you to start a business or to actually get involved in a business in Africa. Africa is a developing country, and that's the reason why that it is a place where you want to invest in right now, because there's a lot of business opportunities that you just cannot get in the US unless you have some type of out-of-the-box type of business that you want to do, or you have created some innovative technology of some sort. There's really not a lot of business that you can do in the US that somebody else isn't already doing. So that means that you're going to be in competition. Once you decide you want to start a business, you are going to be competing against businesses who have been in business for years. So it's going to be difficult sometimes for you to break through that competition when you're a brand new business. It's going to be even harder if you're a black owned business, because with black owned businesses, not only do you have to make sure that you get customers from black people, you have to make sure that you're getting customers from all other races as well. A lot of times the reason why black owned businesses don't survive is because they're trying to survive with just black owned customers. And even though black people are the #1 consumers in the US, doesn't mean that they're going to be able to keep a black owned business afloat, especially if they're taking their business elsewhere and they're not just shopping predominantly at your business. You're going to have to get your business from other people in order for it to be successful. However, if you create a business or build a business in some of these African countries, you will see that you might have a business that nobody else has. You might have a business that is the only business that is selling that food or selling that particular clothing, and people are actually going to shop there and you're not going to have to worry about any other competition. So with that being the way it is, then of course you're going to get that income and you're going to see that profit. The population in Africa is 1.2 billion people. A lot of that 1.2 billion are young people, and of course a lot of them are going to be looking for jobs. They're going to be looking for a place to stay. So of course, real estate is a great thing to invest in because people need to have a place to live. Not only are the people in Africa needing a place to live, but there are a lot of foreigners, as you can see, that are migrating and moving to these African countries. They need a place to stay. And so if you are getting into real estate, you're going to do well in that. Construction business also is something that you're going to do well in because, of course, with more houses being needed, more houses are going to be built. And of course, building houses, construction companies do that. You also, of course, retail businesses. You always do well in the retail businesses of selling clothes or selling type of home goods or selling whatever you want to sell. And of course, restaurants. People love to eat. I shared with you all when I was in Ghana the restaurant of Jerk and I'm actually going to do a video on an article I read about the owner of Jerk which is in Ghana, and talked about his journey of starting this business and how it has helped him, of course, in his life to be able to venture out into a business opportunity, and it has done so well. And the food there is really good. So that's the reason why investing in Africa right now is a good thing, because there's more opportunities for you to be able to create business or to get into these business ventures and become successful, because it's developing. It's developing, and there's room for these businesses to start growing for the people, for the amount of people that's there. It's past time that as African Americans, we really get out of the fixed mindset. The mindset that things will never change, situations will never change, and so we don't do our part as far as moving that fixed mindset forward. And I think when I hear constantly about people getting scammed in Africa and fraudulent activity is in Africa, that's the reason why you should not invest there. The only thing that I'm really hearing is a fixed mindset, because a lot of times as African Americans, even black people in general, I'm going to say black people in general, because it's not just African Americans, we're very leery of each other. We're not trusting. And with African Americans and Africans, with black people, we do not give each other room to make a mistake. So if one black person scams you, then for some reason you're going to get scammed all the way around. You're not going to be able to find anybody that's on the up and up that's going to do what they're supposed to do. Instead of you saying, you know what, hey, I got scammed by this person. Now I'm going to make sure that I don't get scammed again. Instead of getting on social media talking about how you got scammed, and then don't come back and say, okay, this is how you don't get scammed. If you want to invest in Africa, then you do so. If you want to invest in Africa, invest in Africa. These are the steps that need to be taken in order for you not to be scammed. If you are going to an African country, you have to make sure that you know about the African country. You need to make sure that you have a connection to somebody there. You cannot go to a country trying to invest in something where you don't know the culture, you don't know the people, you don't know any type of how they run business there, and think you're just going to go over there and invest. That's not going to happen. A lot of times when you are going to these African countries, you do need to have somebody there that speaks the language. A lot of legwork that has to be done in order for you to be in a situation where you can ask somebody to do something on your behalf and hope that that person does it. And I think that people need to be honest and say, that's anywhere you go. That's in the United States of America. That's in Europe. That's in Asia. That's in South America. If you don't know the ins and outs of the businesses, then you're going to get scammed anywhere. So I hate when I constantly hear, don't invest in Africa because you're going to get scammed. And it's just like, okay, well then nobody's going to invest in anywhere, because you can get scammed in the United States of America. You don't hear people say don't invest in anything in the United States of America. You can get scammed. If you don't know the ins and the outs of a business and you get in contact with somebody who does, they know more than you, they're able to outsmart you at your own game or whatever, ended up scamming you out of thousands of dollars. It has happened many times in the United States of America where there has been fraudulent cases of people getting scammed out of thousands and millions of dollars. And that doesn't mean that people are no longer going to invest in what's going on in the US. They're just going to be more cautious. And that goes in the African country. So that's what I have to say on that issue. I am Michele Mazelleغ. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.